Our next story is about an American who tasted freedom on being released from the clutches of the Taliban. I'm talking about George Glezmann, whom the Taliban held hostage in Afghanistan since 2022. But what made him a captive in the first place? As per a New York Post report, Glezmann, who is an Atlanta native, was wrongfully detained when he visited Afghanistan as a tourist in December 2022. Almost 3 years later, the 65-year-old airline mechanic was finally freed following negotiations brokered by Trump's special hostage envoy, Adam Bohilia. Taliban official and Qatari officials, they also helped in his freedom. On Thursday, Glezmann left Kabul for US through Doha. Taking to X, US Secretary of State Marco Rubio congratulated Glezmann and welcomed him back to the US. He also viewed this deal as a positive and constructive step towards US-Afghanistan ties. However, Rubio also remarked that Glezmann's release also serves as a grim reminder of the fact that other Americans are still detained in Afghanistan. You see, since the Taliban rose back to power, toppling a US-backed Afghan government in August 2021, the US and the Taliban government no longer share diplomatic relations. And this is where Qatar's intervention becomes more important. As a key mediator, the US State Department further said it was still seeking the return of 6 American detainees in Afghanistan and the remains of 1 American. But whether or not they were wrongfully detained remains unclear. Still, important to note here is the fact that Glezmann's freedom marks the 3rd release of an American prisoner of the Taliban since January, following Ryan Corbett and William McKinney, in exchange for a prisoner swap arranged by the Biden administration. The question is, will the coming days see more of Americans being released and repatriated? Well, that only time will tell.